priests that despise my name, and you say, wherein have we despised thy name? And ye offer polluted bread upon my altar. And ye say, wherein have we polluted thee? In that ye say, the table of the Lord is contemptible. And if ye offer the blind for sacrifice, is it not evil? And if ye offer the lame and the sick. So what were they doing? They were bringing sacrifices of the kind of sheep that, well, that you wouldn't, it's like this. You bring your lame sheep for sacrifice because they're not going to do you any good out there. And that's the only lame sheep I could find, all right? I was looking for a lame sheep, but I thought, well, at least you were trying to help that guy. I'm sorry. And if you offer the lame and the sick, is it not evil? I mean, try offering it to your governor. I mean, offer it to Nehemiah. What is he going to do? You don't want to offer something like that to Nehemiah. Nehemiah is one of those guys I'm scared of now. He's chasing people around, pulling out their hair. Nehemiah is a tough critter, and we're going to meet him someday. Will he be pleased with thee, or will he accept thy person, saith the Lord of hosts? And now I pray, beseech God that he will be gracious unto us. This hath been by your means. Will he regard your persons, saith the Lord of hosts? When he says, you've caused this, is what he's saying this. Will he regard your persons, saith the Lord of hosts? Who is there, even among you, that you would shut the doors for naught? Neither do ye kindle fire on mine altar for naught. I have no pleasure in you, saith the Lord of hosts. Neither will I accept an offering at your hand. For from the rising of the sun even unto the going down of the same, my name shall be great among the Gentiles. From the rising of the sun to the setting of the sun, my name shall be great among the Gentiles. And listen to what he says about incense. Incense being the prayers. Listen to this. My name will be great, and in every place incense shall be offered unto my name, and a pure offering. For my name shall be great among the heathen, saith the Lord of hosts. Now this is an incredible prophecy, folks. This is hard for Israel to hear, because they always thought that they were the apple of the eye of the Lord. All right, and so, but now what God is saying right here, my name is going to be great among the heathen. Now it's happened a little bit now. I mean, we've seen it. There's been the spread of Christianity, but this will be even more fulfilled during the millennial reign.
They use the word nations in place of heathen.
Okay, that's right, the nations. Yeah, it's the same. Well, this is King James, and right. I'm reading from King James at this point, and some of your verses will say nations. The same thing. The nations are those nations other than Israel, meaning the heathen, which we all are, folks. Admit it, you're heathens. I always joke with people that, particularly people when I'm doing a trust, and sometimes I have when I'm doing a trust there's a couple Christian groups and I give a discount for, and they say, well, now, when I tell my friends about your services, can I tell them about this? And I say, well, no, I do have a heathen rate. Anyway, but you have profaned it, in that ye say the table of the Lord is polluted, and the fruit thereof, even his meat, is contemptible. Ye said also, behold, what a weariness is it. I mean, this is how they're approaching worship. This is how the priests were approaching the worship. I gotta go to the temple today. Oh gosh, I'm really getting tired of, I'm really getting tired of sacrificing these lambs, and you got to do it a certain way. Come on, give me a break. What a weariness is it? Have you ever felt like that about Christianity, about the exercise of your faith? Well, then this book is for you. All right. You've snuffed at it, saith the Lord of hosts, and ye brought that which was torn, and the lame, and the sick. Thus he brought an offering. Should I accept this out of your hand? But cursed be the deceiver, which hath in his flock a male, and voweth. And then, he voweth the male of the flock, and then instead he sacrifices unto the Lord a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, saith the Lord of hosts, and my name is dreadful among the heathen. And it really is true that Jesus' name is dreadful among the heathen. And one of the ways we know it is because we know that the favorite curse word of the heathen is, you don't use a curse word that means nothing. When you're mad at somebody, you don't say water. You don't say oxygen.
But you don't say Buddha either.
You don't say Buddha because there's no power in that name. But when they curse the name of God because there's power in that name. And in a sense, it's because the name of the Lord of hosts is dreadful. That's a dumb example, but that's why they use. And when I hear that, I'm at once offended, but then I'm also, yep, that's my God. You think there's power in that name. You think that there's power in that name. Try that next time you hear the word Jesus Christ, and just ask them, do you realize the reason that you used that word is because there's power in that name when you curse?
Nobody says Buddha, damn you.
Nobody says that. Try that next time and then tell us about it when it happens, all right? That'd be great. Tell us what their response is. Have a response for that. You know, it doesn't work to go up and say, hey, I'm offended by that. That's not going to work. They don't care that you're offended. That's their purpose. But if you explain to them...
I love him too.
But if you explain to them, you know, it's so fascinating that you use that name to swear by, because that means that you think that there's power in that name, and there is.
I had a boss that would say Jesus Christ, you know, in that swear word. And I looked at him and I said, I winced, and then he said, oh, does that bother you? I said, you hurt my feelings. He's my friend.
Oh.
And then when I said that, he said, I'm sorry. And
Okay.
he never did it in front of me again.
Well, that's because he liked you, but...
Well,
I was afraid of her.
no.
Or he was afraid of her. I can understand that too. Thank you very much. Yeah.
He's a Hindu. He's Indian.
Oh.
He was the senior vice president at the time of the company. Very, very intelligent. Very,
Not that kind
and,
of
you know, I
Indian.
respected him. And so he knew I respected him. But how do you tell somebody like that who's your boss? And how do you correct him?
How many people
It
say...
just, I didn't do it. I didn't think about it. I just said it like that, and then it meant something to him.
How many people say geez or gee whiz?
That's also kind of a
That's where it
like
comes
saying
from.
gosh. I don't say gosh
I
either
do.
because it's another, you know.
Minced oaths. We were always warned against minced oaths. Anyway, that's what those are called. Gee whiz, that it's called a mince. You just take away a little bit of the hardness of it and you flavor it a little bit. Anyway, all right, let's go on. Malachi chapter 2. And now, O ye priests, this commandment is for you. And remember, he's talking about priests here, but this is more personal because we're all members of the priesthood. Because it says, you are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, his own special people. 1 Peter 2:9. You're priests. And so when this message is for priests, then this is important for us to know. And now, you priests, this commandment is for you. If ye will not hear, and if ye will not lay it to heart to give glory unto my name, saith the Lord of hosts, I will even send a curse upon you, and I will curse your blessings. Yea, I have cursed them already, because you do not lay it to heart. Behold, I will corrupt your seed, and spread... I mean, get this. This is our God speaking through Malachi. I will corrupt your seed, and I'll spread dung upon your faces, even the dung of your solemn feasts. Now, what they meant about the dung of your solemn feasts is they would cut that stuff out before they would offer it. Before they would offer a part of the priest's duties was to take the intestines out of an animal, and then those would be taken to the dung gate. That's where they would go, and so when they made an offering, it was a sweet smelling aroma to the Lord. And I'm sorry for this picture. Never mind. And ye shall know. No, I'm not going to go back. I'm sorry. I looked at my wife already, and all it took was no. And ye shall know that I have sent this commandment unto you, that my covenant might be with Levi, saith the Lord of hosts. My covenant was with him of life and peace, and I gave that covenant to him for the fear wherewith he feared me, and he was afraid before my name. The law of truth was in his mouth, and iniquity was not found in his lips, and he walked with me in peace and equity. He did not turn away from iniquity. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge, that they should seek the law at his mouth, for he is the messenger of the Lord of hosts. But ye are departed out of the way. Ye have caused many to stumble at the law. Ye have corrupted the covenant of Levi, saith the Lord of hosts. Therefore have I also made you contemptible and base before all people, according